The primary school was the playground of the primary school was what was used for the crusade. I was one of those who was joined the group of people who came for that crusade to support the pioneering pastor there, Pastor Super Odi, and the wife. That's in 2015. That's in 2016, sorry. In 2016, yeah. I was asked to pray, we prayed, we were praying. Even at a point, look as if the weather changed, and we prayed that look, there will be no rain, and God did it. There was even somebody who was using music to disturb around, and we went to him, approached him, paid for fuel, and it was without use his music, his speakers, to play messages of our senior pastor about the health messages around, and people were beginning to listen. Who is talking about sickness, how you can come out of the sickness, how you can come and reverse any disease and all that. And it was very interesting. People were once hostile by the word they were hearing. They begin to get happy and excited. I didn't know, I was clueless. I didn't even know that there will be a time that this seed of this place will have come for to plant the seed of the new parish. That I will be the one to even come and at some point to come and be watching it and ensure that it grew to this point. And we bless God. I bless God. That's the earliest memory I can remember about this church. Then, few years down the line, 2018, December, first Sunday of December, I can't forget also, my first job as a resident pastor in this church was the naming ceremony. I had to name Baby Marvelous. That's the family of the Godwins. I had to name Baby Marvelous. I came from Redeem Camp. We were coming from a leaders retreat, and we had to quickly drop to name the baby. I remember his name, Marvelous. Marvelous today is 4 years plus, by the grace of God. He will be 4 in December. No, in November, because I know he was named on December 1. By December 2, we were inaugurated. I and my wife, just 2 of us came. Yes, we came, and today we are not just 2. We have increased, our numbers have increased. We crossed this band year 2018 with just our staffs, but now we have a group of many people crossing with us into the year 2022, and we're giving God the glory for it. Yes, many people have had cause to relocate around here because of the traffic issues, but we are grateful to God for them, because every time they share their testimony, oh pastor, we thank God, God has answered my prayer upon this. There was someone who was believing God for a child among us. For years she had had just one, and she was having like secondary, like the doctors will call it, they call it secondary infertility, trying to have a second child. And right there in our midst, I named that baby. I can't forget. That was the second baby I named in this parish by the grace of God. We have dedicated all of them in this place, and also for all those who have been seeking for jobs in one way or the other, God has been awesome. Some of them said it, raised their prayer point. Some of them did not raise their prayer point. We only just prayed about it, that God will make room for them. The Lord will increase their capacity financially, and today their story has changed. Upon joining, I was working just one place. Like, I'm also a teacher. I teach in the primary school, and I just newly started the teaching job there. And by the grace of God, as I grew in my place of work there, the church also grew. Our finances in the church also grew. Yes, it wobbled at some point. It looked as if we will be able to come out of this desert and come. But we know of a truth, that a God who has spoken ahead of us will always bring it to pass. Now, I also want to thank God for all those who He has used in this place. There's also another testimony I want to give God for. We have so many children, like my wife said, we have so many children here who have grown, finished secondary school, and immediately they finish their secondary school, they get admission almost immediately. I am so grateful. If not for ASU strike, the one teenager who is still among us got an admission, but would have resumed if not for ASU strike. We are very grateful and we're waiting and praying, believing God that ASU strike will be a thing of the past and he will get his place in school. Every teenager, everyone, immediately they are finishing, immediately they are dropping their wife, doing their jam, they do so well in jam and wife. And then, even there was a brother, I remember today, there was a brother who walked up to me and said, look, I did wife, I did very well in my wife, but we don't have money to buy jam for. I was like, oh, no problem. See me, we didn't have the money, but somebody doesn't want to use it. I will sponsor 5 people. I was talking about 5 people who are very intelligent and they want to write jam. I will pay for their jam for. That got me very excited, and that is where I was able to benefit. Today is a student of Olabisi Onabanjo University studying elect. He was a security guard. I can't forget it. He just came in that day, and it happened to be that same week he mentioned his heart desire that he wanted to write jam, and he did that. Somebody met me and said I will sponsor 5 people. That was why he also helped me that same year. God helping us, we also sponsor some people to write GC that same year without paying for their GC, without them having to be stranded. They got GC form for free. We even supported other people. We want to bless God for this household. There was a time we were during the lockdown, we couldn't meet physically. We tried every means to meet, even virtually. It was a big struggle. But God in His infinite mercy, in the course of it, our rent expired. It looked as if where would the money come? The landlord wanted us to leave because rent has expired. Our things were just gathering dust. So he wanted to get a new tenant to make more money for himself. And we were not angry. We were just like, oh, I wish he could be patient with us for us to raise the money and all that. We could not even raise the money as a debt because the rent was so high. But God faithfully got us this little space we found, and we were able to, the way the money even came was a supernatural way. Today, the church is on social media, on all social media platforms. We are on Mixella, we are on Facebook, we are on Telegram, we have every social media platform. We've been able to also upgrade our media facilities. As unique that we are, that's what I was saying. I'm not saying we are small, we are unique in that aspect. I met somebody who was greeting. I was like, greeting me, and I was like, please, when I know you, say, in Mowe, and I was like, wow, so this church is this known in this area. We give God the praise. It is not us, it is God who has planted the seed. It says, like the Bible says, it says, Paul planted, Apollos watered. Who gave the increase? God gave the increase. Pastor Suma only was the pioneering pastor. He planted. I today, as the Apollos, have come to water the seed that he planted, and by the grace of God, God is giving the increase. Now, I am personal a bit about my testimony right now. I've been sharing it about the church. Now, let me talk about myself personally. You know, I told you that at some point I just got a job, and I was just starting off trying to restart life as a person. And by the grace of God, after getting that job, I floated a little educational company, a little educational consult company that today I employ 1 or 2 people and they are on payroll or salary. So it's not that I still work, but I also have a job as an entrepreneur. I used to say that I am not called out for entrepreneur, I'm not called out for entrepreneur. But today, I know that, look, the best of the best of who I am becoming, I don't even know it yet, but I know it's already inside of me because it has been imputed in my DNA. So that's why I'm also saying to anyone under the sound of my voice, hearing, watching, what you will become under God is been planted in you. All you just need is where a place where dynamic worship. All you need is the watering of the word of God. All you need is a place of fellowship. Because I tell you the truth, it's in your interactions that God is able to speak to you. I said it several times here. I try to encourage people, try something new, and all of a sudden the Holy Spirit was saying, what about you? You say to people, try something new, and I begin to try something new. Today we are having like a family, our family is trying something new, and we are doing a little bit of sales, and we are seeing this week we made our first 50,000 naira. The business is so looking so trickle. It looks like drops of water. 2,000, 1,000, 1,500. I kept saving them, and for the first time, when I looked at it, I did the math, we made the first 50,000 naira as a family. That is a side hustle, not our main. It's not our main thing. That's a side hustle as a family, just for augment of the family and all that. And God was faithful about that. Also, apart from me getting a side hustle for the family, getting a job, floating my first company, registering it, we did the registration, we have the company name and all that. We did all that, and God opened doors for this church. We were able to purchase things that we really wanted to make the church a model parish, and God did it. It's only God who has done it, and we give Him all the praise. We give Him all the glory. Talking about our prayer life, yes, as a result of the lockdown and other activities, but the Lord answering our prayer, we prayed on the few days in December 2018, saying that He will make room for us in this environment. He has made room for us. On every first and third Friday of the month, we will be having vigils now. We will be praying, because we know God answers prayer in this place. God has been answering our prayers. Many of us are becoming and progressively becoming the intention and the plan that God intended when He created us right from the beginning of this world. And we know, I thank God the lives of those who are being transformed in this place. I thank God for the word. Somebody was sharing with us who got one of our CDs and was sharing with me. He said, look, these messages are so powerful. And I said, we bless God for it, because He's testifying of the transformation He has gotten from the word He heard among us. We record our messages, we give them out for a token, and we also give them out to our customers for free. And we know joining us is not a regret. Joining us, it's like Sister Vivian shared, that's Pastor told her that if you join us in 6 months and your life doesn't change, you are free to go anywhere you want to go. But we know in 6 months you will become. Your heart will be stirred up. You will begin to have visions of your true purpose in God. Thank you for listening. God bless you.